Okay, so I'm CammyG, and I'm going to be showing my ninja build, as well as, just the best ninjas to play as, because I don't really play as ninja. I didn't want to use all my evolution materials to level them up. I might do eventually. But yeah, this is the build I have at the moment. I use Dragon Scorch as my main hero, who has the Dragon Slash width and length and damage increase. Pretty powerful. It's good for stuff like the hit the road, high survivor missions, stuff like that, because you can just use your ability instead of using your guns. Either that or, use a soldier build. Then in support, I have Assassination. Now there's loads of there's loads of ninjas that use this ability, but basically every time you deal melee weapon damage, you add a stack of Assassination, which increases your melee weapon damage for a certain amount of time, and it's similar to how the soldiers work, like every time you shoot them, damage increases, that sort of thing. Now this is a very strong ninja to use. Now again, my build is not like the best build in the world. This is just for messing about, I guess. But as for which hero you should use as your main hero, obviously Dragon Slash or Dragon Scorch if you like to use Dragon Slash a lot. Assassination hero uses your main hero if you like to use your sword a lot. But you don't have a crit build sword or something. Then the next hero I have is Anatomy Lessons, which increases crit rating of swords by 15. So you want to use this as your main hero if you have, if you like your sword to do massive damage, and you use a crit build sword. So that's who you're going to use your main one for that reason. And then I just have assault damage, energy damage has a chance to zap nearby enemies, and survivalist as my other ones. Again, just because I didn't want to level up other ninjas. Now, Survivalist is a really good hero to have in this build, even if you're not going to, use the same heroes as me, because ninjas lose a lot of health very fast, and so if you use this hero, every time you're killing those little ones, you'll be gaining a bit of health back. It's pretty useful. But if you want to go full damage, then you might not want to put this in. You might want to put other ninjas. For the team perk, I'm not using the best one. I regenerate shield when I'm in shadow stance. It's not really that useful. There's other ninja ones that you could use, like the shadow stance duration is increased for each ninja, but because I'm only using 2 ninjas, it's not really that good. But Endless Shadow is probably one you want to go for if you're using, full ninja loadout. So now I'll go to the collection book and I'll show you the ninjas that are good to use. So one good ninja to use is Swordmaster Ken. He's a mythic hero from the base ninjas. So that's just, the base game, the ninjas that you can get. And his perk is that in Shadow Stance, your damage with your sword is increased by 25%. And if you use him as your main hero, it's 75%, which is it's such an insane increase. He'd be good to either use either as your main or your backup. Either one. That is a really good hero for that. Then in the expansion on the Storm Zero heroes, we have Deadly Blade Crash. Now she's at 130, so you can tell I used her in the past. Melee critical hit supply Snare and Affliction, which deals damage over time. Obviously, this is pretty good if you're wanting to concentrate on a sword build rather than an abilities build. This is really good. Obviously, if you can get a weapon that does damage to afflicted as well, then you're onto a winner here. In the historic heroes, in the event people, you have the Dinosaur Ninja. She's pretty good because she adds percentage of current health to melee weapon damage, but this is best if you have other historic heroes in your support. And then you use the team perk, which makes all of your shield and health just into health. So that one's kind of reliant on that. From the springtime heroes, if you're wanting to, go for abilities, then using the Dashing Hair Ken with the Extermination perk makes Kunai Storm drop egg bombs instead of the you know, throwing stars. That's pretty good, you know, to combine with other Kunai Storm ninjas. And then in the same event, you have Snuggle Specialist Sarah, who leaves a trail from the Dragon Slash, so this is a good one to pair with Dragon Scorch, obviously. Then in Blakebeard's crew, the ninja is actually pretty decent because all you have to do is deal pistol damage. You'd have to get a kill, and then your sword damage is increased by an insane amount, so you could just like literally shoot them with a pistol and then switch to your sword. In the Christmas event, we have Cloaked Shadow. Now he deals damage when he's in shadow stance, just to nearby enemies, so this is a good one if you're going to be increasing your damage in shadow stance, if you're going to be increasing your duration in shadow stance. It's, you know, it's just, you're going to be dealing damage constantly, which is pretty handy. Link's Cassandra, again in the holiday, in the Christmas event, I guess, if, you know, whichever you want to call it. When you use Kunai Storm, you hover for a certain amount of time and you increase your damage when you're hovering, but because you're a ninja and you're going to be using your sword, for me it's not a very good ninja, you know, because, I mean, you could switch to a gun, I guess, and shoot them. I suppose a good way would be to use your Kunai Storm, switch to a rocket launcher or something and shoot that down. That would just kill everything if it's increased by 140% damage. You know, only if she's your main hero though. But yeah, if you like to use the Kunai Storm, maybe that's a good one to use. Sarah Hotep from the Nightmares, Fortnite Mares event. She's pretty good because she decreases the energy costs, and she decreases the energy cost of Dragon Slash. So if you pair this up with Dragon Scorch, you'll be able to do this more often, and you know, when you're low on energy as well. That's pretty good. The Cloaked Star from the Blockbuster Heroes is a pretty good ninja because you throw all of your stars at the same time and they fan out. So if you've got a lot of enemies, you could either use this, use your Kunai Storm. You could use your Kunai Storm, and then when you're in the air floating, you could throw them down and they do extra damage. It's a pretty good to combo, you know, with other ninjas. Again, if you wanted to use your Kunai Storm, Blade Storm Enforcer from Road Trip Heroes, he makes so that the daggers that you throw down explode shortly after, which is a bit similar to the egg one, except, you know, it doesn't make them into eggs, so, you know, either one of those would be good to use. And that's all of the ninjas, so there's not too many good ones, I don't think, ninja-wise. That's why I don't really do a ninja build. You know, I do this sort of like makeshift, half ninja, half miscellaneous, like you've got soldiers and, you know, that sort of thing in there. But, you know, hopefully it's given you an idea of what ninjas are good. I didn't go over every single ninja in the game, you know, because a lot of them are just really weak heroes to use. So hopefully this will be able to, you know, give you an idea of which to use in your ninja build. Let me know if you make a full ninja build. You know, you could link it in the comments or something if you make it, because I'd be interested to see what other people use, because obviously I only use half of mine as ninjas. So yeah, but thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy and find it useful, and I will see you in the next one.